Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt with our Tuesday workout. We're going to do a benchmark today. It is a CrossFit Games Open workout couplet of 21.3 and 21.4, which went together in 2021 as a part of the CrossFit Games Open. All right, let's begin with our warm-up. 3 rounds through, we're going to start off with an 8-count bodybuilder. So there's 8 positions. We start off counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that is our 8-count bodybuilder. When you're finished with that, we'll do a little bit of drinking bird action. So this is just warming up that hip hinge. After the drinking bird, we're gonna do a foam roller prayer stretch. So this is just working on that thoracic mobility. So get down on hands or foam roller and knees. Try to keep your elbows straight and your thumbs pointed up. And we're just rolling that foam roller away as you dive your head past your arms and then pulling back to that vertical torso position. Like so. 10 reps of that, working on trying to get a little further, a little deeper in that stretch every single time. Next, once you get a bar, we're gonna work on front rack stretching with some barbell front squats all the way down and up. Stretch out those wrists, elbows, shoulders, ankles, hips, everything. Stretch it all out. And then the last piece will be practicing your bar or your hanging gymnastic movements. So we'll work on kips, small kips first, and then you could work on some pull-ups, some toes to bar, etc. Work on all the things that are going to be in the workout. Also in the workout, so there's some relatively higher level gymnastic skills in the workout. There's toes to bar, there's chest to bar pull-ups, and there's bar muscle-ups. So think of those in terms of, one is hanging abdominal movement, right, or toes to bar progression. One is hanging pulling movement, right? One is hanging, pull up to and on top of an object movement. And each of those can be scaled or modified to fit your individual level as appropriate, right? So maybe it's a hanging knee raise or a lying leg raise for the first one. And then maybe it's ring rows or banded chest to bar pull-ups or something like that for the second one. And then maybe it's getting out of the pool or an assisted ring muscle up for the third one. But some way, somehow, we can pick some combination of resistance and range of motion that allows you to achieve some number of these reps, and recognize that like not everybody was going to get to those muscle ups in the first place, right? So use that as like a general guide. Like I would love for everybody to get through both of the first 2 segments of this, and if you don't get to the third one, or if you get stuck in the muscle up portion of the third one, that's okay. All right, so the way this workout will work is the first piece has 15 minutes and there's a time cap on it. At the 15-minute mark, a 7-minute clock will start for the second piece. All right, and they are separate, they're scored separately. The first one is 3 different little workout complexes, and you have a 15-minute time cap to achieve them, right? So it will be with a bar. We'll start off with 95-65 on the bar. That's the recommended weight. And the feel for this workout is that it should be the high intensity or the metabolic stimulus that limits you or makes you stop, as opposed to strength or muscle fatigue, okay? So pick up the bar off the ground and we're gonna do front squats, right? So just the squatting portion of it. And then you're gonna go to your bar and you're gonna do your toes to bar or your toes to bar progression, wherever you're at on that. And then when you finish those 30, then you're going back to the bar for 15 thrusters. So same front squat, but now finish in the overhead position. All right, so a little bit more challenging barbell movement. When you finish those 15 thrusters, we set the bar down, mark the time on the clock, and count off exactly 1 minute. You have to rest that minute before you start the next round. So you can't go early, you can't keep going. It's a mandatory 1-minute rest. Then you're gonna do it again. Front squats again, but we're changing the gymnastic movement, and this time it's going to be, again, hanging from the bar, but it's chest to bar pull-ups for 30 reps, and then back to your thrusters. The third segment is, again, front squats, and then bar muscle ups, and then thrusters again, right? So you have those 3 segments with the 15-minute time cap, and wherever you're at the end of 15 minutes, you must stop. You cannot keep going even if you're almost done, because 21.4 starts from that point, okay? And 21.4 is a weightlifting complex, so now we are going for a heavier weight. We are trying to find where your strength will limit you on this, and it is a complex of 4 exercises all with the same weight on the bar, done for the maximum amount of weight that you can do for that complex. So you have 7 minutes to find your heaviest complex. So what you should do is have like a target for your first rep, and then a couple of increments of weights set out in order to build your bar up to the subsequent reps, right? So the complex is this. It's a deadlift, and then back to the ground. And then a clean of any style, but up to your shoulders, and then back to your hips, then a hang clean, and then a jerk, okay? And all of those can be variable in terms of the technique that you use. The deadlift is just a deadlift. The clean could be a squat clean, could be a power clean, could be a split clean. The hang clean, similarly, could be a hang squat clean. And the jerk could be either a power jerk or a split jerk, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you finish each of those movements, that they're safe, and you achieve the appropriate range of motion for it. If you're successful, then bump up the weight a little bit and try it again. You have 7 minutes, so it's gonna go really fast. So you should be strategic about the weights you're gonna use, and then also strategic with the rest you're gonna use. And in general, we say like if you have picked up the bar, by the time the clock beeps, you may continue on performing the complex as long as you don't drop it, okay? All right, and that is our workout for today. Enjoy the benchmark. These are always fun, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.